Good morning, Internet. Welcome back to An Artist's Life, and I want to start today with something I'm super excited about. So in my collection of chickens, which I'm probably going to share later in this video, I have a group of chickens that I had started to raise both for myself and also for some friends, and they weren't able to take the chickens after all. So I have a bigger collection, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm excited about is I have a little rooster and two hens of Old English bantams, and I'm pretty sure well, let me show you. So this is our traditional size eggs from our normal hens. And then yesterday, in the nest box, because it's about the time they're supposed to start laying, I found these darling, darling, darling little things. Look how adorable they are. They're so tiny. Now, these could either be from my English bantams, or sometimes when chickens start to lay for the first time, even a traditional sized chicken, they sometimes will lay a very tiny egg. But usually in that case, it's more round. This looks like a very formed egg. So I'm hoping and assuming that this, let me hold it next to this one here, that this is actually the Old English bantams. And look at, that's the size of a quail's egg. So why that is so exciting to me is that it means if they go broody, I've never raised Old English before, this is my first time, so if they do go broody, then they will be the perfect broody hens for my quail. Because I've had other hens try to sit on quail eggs, but they're just, even bantams, were just too large, and they ultimately would crush the eggs. But this little egg from this OEB hen, if that is indeed what these are from, would be the perfect size. So my hope is at some point to have those moved to their own little mini pen, because I lucked out and got one rooster and two little hens. But I also have, I raised on purpose, Porcelain D'uccle are this beautiful bantam style chicken, which I'm probably going to share in this video. I would like to separate those into their own pen. But what I'd really like to do is it would be a fun project for the blog as well, as I love to make a beautiful, almost like a Victorian little folly, but it would be their own little private coop. So, because I'd like to breed those more now that I know I would have purebred Porcelain D'uccle. So we'll see. And also I'd just like to point out that although this is only a day old, I think that yesterday's Floral Friday arrangement is actually looking quite nice. So see, petunias actually do quite well in a vase with flowers. And again, the coleus, by the end of this week, and if it happens, I'll share it on the blog, but within a week or maybe a little more, they should start rooting, and if they do, I'll pop those into the soil. So anyways, let's get to today's video. I'm going to be showing the finish of my latest artwork, which is what I shared yesterday, the pug and the chicken with last week's Floral Friday. So we'll do that, and I'll share a little bit of my chickens, so let's get on with today. I thought I'd start today with some chicken talk, and here is my prize rooster. He is a Porcelain D'uccle, or D'uccle as we say in American English, and he is, I'm very happy he's turned out to be a rooster. I was lucky to get 4 D'uccle chicks this spring, and as they grew, I was also happy to see that I ended up with 3 hens and 1 rooster. So he and his wives are going to eventually have their own little special house, which I'll probably do a post about. I want to design it and make it sort of like a little Victorian valley. But anyway, back to the breed. These are called Porcelain D'uccle, or D'uccle, and I believe they are a Belgian breed because I'm pretty certain that Uccle is a place in Belgium, and I believe they are of that place, which is Duc. Now, why they are called porcelain is, let me show you this image here. Now, here we have a Mille Duc or D'uccle. This is the standard basic coloration that the breed first began as, and these were bred always as a decorative chicken. And in fact, in England even, you can see them sort of strutting around countryside homes and things. Now, the porcelain you'll see on the right, which is the variety I have, they are called porcelain because they were bred with a pigmentation that takes everything that is black in the chicken. If you see on the left, the black tail and the black little striations on the feathers, in the porcelain version, that becomes a beautiful slate blue. So overall, the Porcelain D'uccle looks very much like a porcelain version of the original chicken. Like he's They're dipped in fine bone china. So I've always loved this breed. But here's my prized little rooster. Let's hear him hop up on his little perch he likes to get on in the morning and give a little cry out. Excuse the droppings on the roof, but that's just from this morning. I do clean it off every day. So let's give a little listen to him. Getting back to artwork for today, if you remember, I shared a sketch yesterday of last week's Floral Friday, where I took the liberty of adding animals, as I like to do. So I added a little pullet chicken and a pug puppy. So I finished that up this morning. So let's see some time-lapse of that, and I will share the process, and I'll just probably yammer on about something. In today's finished piece, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to ink, or I'm inking over my sketch I've made already, and then I'm going to be using oil pastels, as this is in more the style that I do my Animals and Chair series. And so rather than just yammering on about what I'm actually doing for the painting, I thought I wanted to share a bit of a quote from the book Beverly Nichols' Laughter on the Stairs that I'm currently rereading. And he's talking about finding birds' nests and eggs and trees, and it kind of makes me feel how much I feel every day when I go and find the nests of eggs in my own chicken coop. So let's go on. He's talking about finding birds' nests as if they were the magical homes in trees. Here we go. An airy meeting, a flutter of feathers, and then, before you know where you are, a beautiful house perched in the branches of a tree. That is only the beginning of it. Shortly, on the floor of the house, exquisite ornaments are deposited by unseen hands. These ornaments are light blue, or pale green, or speckled like a fritillary. They are oval in shape and fashioned from the most delicate, fragile porcelain. Even then, the miracle has only just begun, for each of these ornaments contains music, liquid music, sleeping music, disguised in the forms of two magic fluids, one gold and one white. Unwritten music as yet, but music which one day will echo through the woods like distant flutes. Now certainly he was speaking of songbirds, and my chickens sound nothing like songbirds, but I still get so excited when I find the eggs of a morning, and I've been raising chickens on and off since I was 10, which is another story I should share sometime. But here we are at the end of my piece, and you can see I've used yellow as a background, and here I'm just placing the pastel in the base for a sort of look of shadow. And now for a signature. And today's piece will be finished, and then this will be made into prints and bags and things. And as I was going on and on about birds today, I thought I would close with my quail enjoying their little beach hut. They love playing in this little sand thing I shared the other day. They love to scratch around in it and find the little bugs that happen to be hiding in it. But there's one little quail that loves to stretch out. I call her a little bathing beauty, and she's very funny. And they all do it, but she just loves to do it. So watch her here. She begins to get comfortable, and out they stretch, she and her little friend. The first time I saw them do this, I thought, heavens, something's wrong with them. But they were just enjoying the warmth and the sand. Well, that's going to do it for us today here on Artist Life, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow is Sunday, so I will see you on Monday. Cheers!